big people, you'll see who it was. Be careful of Trump, because I know the people that are sitting home right now watching what's happening on television. And they're tough and they're smart and they're capable. And they're looking at their wives and they're saying, what happened? And this group, this guy who's a Democrat, said, you better be careful what you wish for. And let me tell you, the last person that crooked, oh, is she crooked? Is she crooked? Is she crooked? Can you imagine 4 more years of Obama? Because basically, I think she'd be worse than Obama. The last person that crooked Hillary Clinton wants to run against, believe me, and I know for a fact, is Trump. The last person. So, and she's got this friend, Goofy Elizabeth Warren. I call her Goofy. She hasn't done a thing as a senator except get like publicity. She's a great liberal. She's a nasty person. She hasn't done a thing. She's been a total failure. She's from Massachusetts, a state that I got almost 50%, and I won it in a landslide, which is amazing. Now, in all fairness, it helped that the great quarterback Tom Brady liked me, but these are minor details. Okay? But this Goofy Elizabeth, she's such a goofy. She goes out, she talks, she's like a politician. You know, she's the one that said, yes, she's part Native American. You're not allowed to say Indian, so I won't say it because I want to be politically correct. I refuse to. She said, yes, she's 5%. She's 5% Native American, right? Why? Why? You know why she said she was? Because she felt that her mother had high cheekbones. She had no other information. So she's been going around, which is a fraud. She's been going around pretending that she's a minority, right? And she's doing things, and she's getting into colleges, and she's doing all sorts of things. She's a total phony. So I call her the Goofus, okay? Elizabeth Warren. Now, I hope she runs with Hillary, because I would like to take them out. I'll tell you. I'd like to. They're phonies. They're phonies, and I'd love to take them out. Honestly, I think Hillary's too smart to pick Elizabeth Warren, but I would love to see her. I would love to see her. Let's see what she does when they say, we want real proof that you're a Native American. That was a beauty. That was a beauty. So we have a big thing going. But I have to say, though, folks, I'm telling you my status issue. I have to get back to it because it's so bad, okay? Do you mind for just 2 minutes if I depress you? But it's not depression, because what's going to happen, we're really giving a very positive message. Just make America great again. Somebody said that's not a positive message. I said it is a positive message, because what we're going to do is make America great again. Look, timber, right? Do we love timber, right? Oh, man, your whole thing is gone. Timber's down. Labor force in Lynden, labor force, the region, is 3,000 people smaller today than when Obama took office, because you have a lot of bad deals being made, bad trade deals. Did you know that it's 3,000 less? Maybe I'll move up here. We'll get this place. Come on, what's wrong with you people? We got to get this place going. Look at this. Number of timber and construction jobs has declined 20% in Lynden region since 2006. That's not very, 20%. Come on, folks, what the hell is wrong with you? The truth is, it's your leadership at the top. They're making it impossible for you to compete with other companies. The trade deals are a disaster. You can't sell your product. You can't sell your timber. You can't sell whatever your product is. You can't sell it. They won't even take it. And when they do take it, they charge you tax. When we take their product, come on in, folks, come on in. We're not going to do it. We're not going to take this. We're going to negotiate trade deals. They're going to be so good and they're going to be so smart. We have the greatest business people in the world. Carl Icahn endorsed me. Many of the business leaders have endorsed me, the great ones. And we're going to use our great business people to make our deals. Right now, the political hacks, they're not doing too good. Nearly 1 in 7 manufacturing jobs in the state of Washington has been lost. NAFTA, listen to this, NAFTA has been one of the great economic disasters. Who signed it? Clinton. It has destroyed, I'll tell you what, it's destroyed our country as we know it. I went through New York. upstate. I went through Pennsylvania. I just won all these states. And I went through Connecticut and Delaware, all of them, Maryland. They are wiped out. You know, when I say give me these stats, they're all about the same. You know, manufacturing down 50% and in a short period of time. Jobs are moving to Mexico all over the place. We are so poorly represented. We're going to end that, okay? We're going to end it. Let me give you just a couple of more depressing facts, okay? Oh, I'm surprised to hear this, of course. Illegal immigration costs in Washington State is costing the taxpayers, that is you, $2.7 billion a year. Washington State, which is, by the way, one of the most beautiful places on earth. Don't move. We're coming with help. There's no place you can move anyway because everyone's doing lousy, okay? It's not like you have a choice because they're all the same. I figured Washington's doing well, you know, beautiful kind of, and I'm looking at the numbers. Washington State has received a large influx of refugees, and Syrian refugees are on the way to the state. You know that, right? And you know what? We want to help. We want to help. But we have so many problems. These people are totally undocumented. There's no proof. They have no paperwork. Nobody knows where the hell they come. You ever see the line, the migration line, that big line? It's a sad thing to see. Hey, look, I have a bigger heart than anybody. It's a sad thing to see, and we should take it right over there in Syria. We should build safe havens. We should build safety areas. And the country has no money. We have essentially $21 trillion because the last budget was so bad. We're going to be up to $21 trillion very soon. So we have no money. I'll get the Gulf states to pay. I'm very good at this stuff. The Gulf states. They're not putting up money. They'll put up money. And we should build safe zones for Syrians. But we can't bring them to Washington State, and you don't even know where they're going. You know, you saw what happened in Paris. You saw what happened at the World Trade Center. You saw what happened in California with the 14 people that they worked with shot, killed, many people in the hospital. Right now, many, many people in the hospital. These are people that nobody knows who they are. And they're going to be in your community. You can't do it. Okay. Look at this. More than 90% of the recent refugees from the Middle East, and this is right out of the book, folks. This is not somebody, this isn't Donald Trump writing something. More than 90% of the recent refugees from the Middle East receive welfare. Okay? No, it's amazing. I mean, the stats are amazing. I mean, they're sad. On foreign policy, Hillary is trigger happy. She's trigger happy. She's got a bad temperament. By the way, and her husband learned that a few times, didn't he? Bad temperament. No, it's bad temperament. But she's trigger happy. You look what she did. And look at this. I just wrote this down. Iraq. Libya, she voted. Iraq. Let's go into Iraq. I voted against it, except I was a civilian, so nobody cared. From the beginning, I said it's going to destabilize the Middle East, and Iran will take over Iraq. You know, for years they've been trying to get Iraq, and Iraq has been trying to get Iran. We decimated that country's military, and now the country's a mess. And what we did is we got ISIS, they got oil. Now, Iran, not only did they make a great deal with this total idiot Secretary of State that we have, he's a clown. I'm telling you, he's a clown. He never left the table once. He never left the table once. He's making a deal with the Persians, who are great, great negotiators over history. You know, you hate to generalize. They're great negotiators, okay? I'll be totally politically incorrect. And the Iranians are great negotiators. So he's negotiating with Persians, great negotiators. They're killing him. He should have left. He goes on a bicycle and he breaks his leg so badly that for 6 months he's out of it. Can you imagine? This guy, who was 73 years old, he's in a bicycle race. I promise you, I will never be in a bicycle race. I give you my word. Okay? I promise. So he had to take like months off, and then finally he hobbles in. And these Iranians are probably saying, you know, the negotiators who are tough cookies, they're looking at him and say, what a jerk. This is a jerk. So anyway, but look at this. Her decisions in Iraq, Syria, Egypt, Libya have cost trillions of dollars, thousands of lives, and have totally unleashed ISIS. Now, Thousands of lives, yes, for us. But probably millions of lives, in all fairness, folks, okay? Probably millions. You know, there is another side to this story. Millions of lives. Millions. You know, they bomb a city. I watch it. They bomb a city. And you go and you see this city that's obliterated, right? Obliterated. We started this. Obama couldn't get us out properly. But we started this. Now it's a total mess. If nothing would have happened, we would have been far better off than we are now. We spent $4 trillion. But they bomb a city. I'm pretty good at this stuff. And I look, and there's practically nothing. These buildings, 4 or 5 story buildings, are just laying in. And they'll say, nobody was killed. Nobody was killed. I'll bet you thousands and thousands of people were killed every time you see that television set. They say, nobody was killed. You know, there is another side to it, okay? And let me tell you something. We've lost thousands of lives, trillions of dollars. Millions of people have been killed. Millions of people have been killed, all told. And what do we have for it? Nothing. If we would have done nothing, I always say, if our presidents had gone to the beach every day of the year 15 years ago, we would have been in much better shape. You'd have Saddam Hussein, who's a bad guy. Somebody, you know, one of these dishonest press, they're the most dishonest human beings in the world. I said, Saddam Hussein killed terrorists, which he did. And the next day they did a story. Donald Trump likes Saddam Hussein. So I always say it differently now. I say, Saddam Hussein, who was a bad guy, a horrible guy, a miserable, horrible human being, right? This way I'm protected from these horrible, yuck, they're disgusting. Saddam Hussein was a bad guy, but Saddam Hussein did something very well. He killed terrorists. Now Iraq is Harvard for terrorism. If you want to be a terrorist, you go to Iraq. It's Harvard. He used to kill them instantaneously. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, they didn't go through 15 years of a court case. It didn't take them 15 years, and they didn't read the rights. They killed terrorists, all right? You didn't have terrorists. And by the way, in all fairness, the Iraqis did not knock down the World Trade Center, just in case you had any questions. So a lot of bad decisions. A lot of bad decisions. And then you have Obama, shouldn't have been there. Then you have this guy, gets us out. He announces the date on which we're going to leave. He didn't leave anybody behind. Shouldn't have been there. And he didn't take the oil. How long have I been saying take the oil? Because now, who has the oil? Iran is going to have the oil, and ISIS has a lot of it. And then you have Libya, where ISIS has taken over the oil. And the Libyan oil is the best oil. My oil experts tell me this. It's so beautiful. It's up high. It's so beautiful. It's the best quality. You know who has the oil? ISIS has the oil. You have Benghazi. Where was Hillary? You ever see that commercial? Who do you want answering the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning? It was Hillary. She was sleeping. Oh, she was exhausted. She was sleeping. She was sleeping. So here's the story, folks. We're going to change this around. Look at this. Oh, one thing I have to say. Hillary Clinton wants to abolish the Second Amendment. She wants to abolish it. Okay. Hillary Clinton wants to take your guns away, and she wants to abolish the Second Amendment. She wants to take the bullets away. She wants to take it. You tell me that's something we can live with. We're going to cherish the Second Amendment. We're going to take care of the Second Amendment. And Hillary Clinton will appoint anywhere from 4 to 5 judges. You know, it just happens to be that there are a lot of judges. When Scalia died, he was a great judge. Great judge. When Scalia died, that was not supposed to happen. He was supposed to be there for another 10, 15 years. That was, a sorry thing that happened. He was a great justice. But when he died, so now you have that. You're going to have 3 and maybe 4 others. So you might have 5 on top of the ones they've appointed over the last 6, 7 years, right? You will have a Supreme Court that will destroy our nation. Destroy our nation. It is so serious. If I win, we're going to put good, solid, brilliant, conservative judges on the court. So Hillary it was just announced that Hillary Clinton is buying $90 million worth of ads, right? Now, I just went through it. I just had 66,000 ads, right? Negative ads. And most of them are false. A couple of them are pretty accurate, actually, but we won't talk about that. I actually, in Florida, Big state, great state, 99 delegates. I said, boy, this is rough. Every day I was down there, it was like ad after. They had no other ads except for negative hit jobs on Trump, right? And I told my people, they said, oh, Mr. Trump, you're going to win the state. I said, I don't think so. Well, the polls are showing you way up. I said, it's impossible. It's impossible. Because I'm a believer in ads. You know, I used to be. I don't think I am anymore. So every single commercial was a Trump hit. And then I go through Florida and I win by 20, almost 21 points. It was a massive. There are 67 counties. Of the 67, never been done before, I won 66. Can you believe that? In Florida. Like New York. New York was even better. But like New York. You know what's nice about Florida and New York? They know me there. You don't know me as well. But what you do know is you're smart. New York knows me. They know the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And I had unanimous, I got almost 100%. I got almost everything. So the people that know me, this is important for you to know, the people that know me, same thing in Florida, they really know me. It's a place that I'm at a lot. I have a lot of property that's like a second home. And they know me, and I won almost everything. I got every delegate, actually. I got every single, 99 delegates, I got all 99. That's not bad, right? But from your standpoint is, they know me. Now, what we're going to do is we'll talk. I love you too, darling. Who said that? I have to finish. Okay. It's sad to hear this, but so they spent like $100 million and it had no impact. In fact, I almost think these negative ads are positive. We're going to have to look into the whole advertising business. Maybe this. I think if I'm a media company or an advertising company, I'm saying, what's going on? Who knows? Who knows? But I really felt negatively about it because I saw. But Hillary Clinton just ordered $90 million worth of hit ads on Donald Trump. And it's hit ads on Donald Trump and women. And nobody respects women more than I do. Now, think of this. Think of this.